Welcome to a day in my life. I record this in Ramadan, so I'm waking up at 3 a.m. and having this for breakfast. I go to school using a bus, which is TMB or Trans Metro Bandung, which is usually arrive at 6:09. The bus is usually crowded with people because it is the first bus in the morning and usually people go there a lot. This is my Faculty of Science and Technology. The first class of the day is database, which is being taught by Mr. Wildan. And I attend this from 7 o'clock to 8:40. The next class is in a language center building, which is English course that I take for this assignment. After Zuhur, which is at 12:40, the next class is research methodology. This is the last class of the days, which is object-oriented programming, which is being taught by Mr. Insan. And I did this class for the theory first because the practice is tomorrow. I go home at 4 o'clock or more, usually by going to a walk. And I usually ride on a public transport because there's no bus in this time. And usually this public transport has a lot of traffic jams everywhere. This is a lot of traffic jam and a lot of switching between public transport. I go home by 4 different public transport. The last leg of my journey home is done by walking, which is 500 meters. And I usually go home while bringing a drink because I usually get thirsty when I just walk back from the school. I usually buy food also, but this time I probably didn't buy it. This is in the front of my house after I come back at 6 o'clock in the evening. And that is my grandmother's house. In the next day, I prepared a breakfast on my own, and I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to prepare it. I usually go for cool noodles and warm noodles in the breakfast because I only know how to cook a few dishes out of every dishes I can make, and it's usually done by a lot of boiling or a lot of frying, and that is the only dishes I can make. So yeah, I usually make some for everyone else in my family, but this time I just making for myself because my mother make the others some food also. At noon, I go for Jumat Salat because it is in Friday, and I usually prepare it by having the TV brought from home to the place. Because this is near Eid, I also prepared a few money case for my relatives. I named them each one, and I only gave out 7 of them to my closest relatives. That is more younger than me, because I cannot have given them to someone older than me because that can be seen as an insult to them because I'm much younger than them. And also I give this in the day of the Eid Mubarak because if you give it in the other time it came as an inappropriate time to give it to somebody else. I gave each envelope 20,000 rupiah, and one of them, which is for my closest relatives, 50,000 rupiah. This is what I have for dinner, which is a rice and a fried chicken with a tea as a drink. Next up is me preparing for taraweh by bringing in the TV and then turning it on to make sure that the CCTV is working right so that everybody else in the lower ground can see the imam in the upper ground. Thank you for watching and listening to my assignment of a day in my life.